During his 3 years on Lost, our first guest was beaten up, blown up, hung from a tree, stabbed, rocks fell on his head, and then he drowned. So who could blame him for leaving? Here's a scene from his new movie, X-Men Origins Wolverine.
You know, I've never said anything to anyone about what happened. I'm living a totally different life now, Victor. I always thought it would be weird come knocking at my door.
Well, Wade's gone.
I'm afraid of dying.
How do you know? You've never tried it before.
That's X-Men Origins Wolverine. It's in theaters on Friday. Please say hello to Dominic Monaghan. How are you?
I am very well.
You look very sharp, very snazzy.
This is one of my 12 new suits from Thailand.
From Thailand? You get your suits in Thailand?
My tailor lives in Thailand.
Does he really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it's true.
So
I got like
there?
12 suits, three-piece suits, I don't know, 8 or 9 shirts. It took about 3 days to make.
What do you pay for a suit in Thailand? Is it cheaper?
You want me to tell you?
Yeah.
For all 12 suits, 8 shirts, it's about $5,100.
Wow, that's a good deal, isn't it?
And they're all like tailor-made, and you can put like crazy pockets in different places. I have a pocket in one of them on my back.
Really?
In case I want to like smuggle contraband into somewhere.
Uh-huh.
I do that.
This one suit cost $25,000 to make.
It's beautiful.
It didn't.
I like your tie.
Thank you.
Pink tie. Only a real man can wear pink.
Well, that's what they say, but I don't believe it. Everything's good with you, I presume?
Everything is fantastic.
We just saw that you die in the movie, which seems like it kind of ruins it, doesn't
That's
it?
not necessarily true.
Oh, really?
Well, no one really dies, do they?
Yeah, no, people die all the time. Yeah.
I mean, in the
B.
Buddhist...
Arthur just died.
Well, yeah, that's true.
He's not coming back.
On Earth.
Right, yeah.
I mean, in the Buddhist sense of the world, no one really dies.
Oh, yeah.
We just go round and round in a circle.
Yeah, I don't know if she was a Buddhist, though.
I still think she's coming back as some sort of ant, bee, wasp type thing.
Well, only time will tell,
B.
I
Arthur,
guess.
right?
So you're
I just thought of that.
Well, the problem is that I don't necessarily believe anything you say because you tricked me by telling me the truth once on the show.
How dare you?
And I'll tell you what happened. You were on, and I asked you about Charlie, your character on Lost, and about, you know, whether you're going to live or you're going to die or do we know what was going to happen. And you flat out told me on the show what was going to happen.
What?
Well, I have a clip here. Now, keep in mind, if you watch the show, you know that Charlie drowned trying to save the whole island, he really did save everyone.
He fell on his sword.
And this is a couple of years ago, and, well, here's Dominic last time. You want to stick it out through the whole
I don't
show?
know, you know, I mean, it's a show where characters die and it's a show where there's high drama. You know, if something was written where Charlie sacrificed himself for the greater good and it was fantastic television, then I'm all over it.
Okay, so you just told us what was going to happen, and then it... and then it happened.
I think at that point when I was on the show, obviously I knew it was happening, but, you know, you're contractually obliged to not tell anyone.
But you did tell us what happened. That is what happened.
I was hinting.
You were strongly hinting. Did anybody get nervous about that afterwards?
Not that I
No,
know
not
of.
at all.
No.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, because, I mean, well, you're the only person from the cast who's ever told us anything.
Yeah.
So it really threw me.
I'm sorry about that. I've actually spoken to a couple of cast members, Evangeline in particular, who, because we know how much of a fan you are of the show, there have been times where you have talked about Lost on Jimmy Kimmel, and it's been right, but you don't know it. You're just speculating, and it's been absolutely right.
Really?
Even in terms of, like, the long-distance future. We're
Really?
like, holy smokes, Jimmy knows what he's talking about, but you don't know that.
So it is.
You do now.
It is vampires that are controlling the island.
Yes,
then.
it is.
See, Uncle Frank, I told you. He doesn't even know who I am right at this point. Speaking of Thailand, you brought some pictures back from your trip
I did.
To Thailand, and maybe you can take us on a little tour, because I know you like to travel.
Here we go. These are 2 tigers. Yeah, aren't they sweet? These tigers live in a Buddhist temple in a place called Kanchanaburi. They were, in the Buddhist faith, you have to care for wild animals. A Buddhist monk was given these tiger cubs. He brought them up. They turned into adults. They then had babies. There's now 23 tigers in the Buddhist temple. Taking them for a walk here.
That doesn't seem safe.
Well, it wasn't. This tiger right here, the guy told me, just so you know, this tiger could bite your shoulder clean off. It wouldn't even need to, like, drag it off. It could just bite right through the shoulder joint. I was like, okay, great. You want to tell me that maybe later when I've left? Maybe not now?
Well, or you could have chosen not to walk the shoulder-biting tiger.
Oh, no, what an amazing experience. Here's me doing Mahout elephant training. This is in Chiang Rai.
You training the elephant, or are they training you?
They're kind of training me, to be honest. You turn up, an elephant picks you, whatever elephant kind of likes you, picks you.
Really?
You then go for a walk with the elephant, you feed them, you take them for a bath, you make sure that their bum is really clean, give them a good scraping around
It's like
the
a
bum.
brothel.
Because they can't clean... they can't clean their bum, you know? So you have to give it a good old scraping. I really got in there, got half my hand.
The elephant says, I would love this guy to clean my ass for me, and then I'll give him a ride.
To direct him, you give him a gentle kick behind the left ear and the right ear, and right now I'm kind of trying to ask my beautiful elephant where to go, but really, they do whatever they want, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're trying to tell them to go left, but she's just standing there going, when are you going to give me a banana?
They like bananas, huh?
I like snakes, so here's me at an anti-venom hospital in Bangkok. This is me in a Burmese python. I also was with like an 18-foot king cobra and rat snakes. And
What kind of snake is this right here?
oh, this is rad. I went scuba diving, and there were two banded sea kraits. Sea kraits are some of the most venomous snakes in the world.
These sound like the worst vacations ever.
No, this is brilliant. This is like adventure stuff. So I was swimming with them, and there was an octopus there. I had this great experience. This guy who, you always have to have a guy who you swim with in case you lose your air, and you go over to him and go, I've lost my air.
Right.
And he goes, here's some of my air. And he had a tattoo of an octopus on his forearm. And I said, we'll see an octopus today when we go scuba diving. He said, no, we won't. I've been scuba diving 20 times, never seen an octopus. Saw an octopus.
Really?
I saw it.
Did
we
you
were
kill
swimming
it?
past. No.
Oh.
Just
What's
shook its
going
hand.
on here?
Oh, man. I did Muay Thai training, Thai boxing, and...
I can't believe this vacation. I don't do anything.
So I went to this Thai boxing place for like a day and a half training, and you sleep over there, you do a lot of running and stuff. In the middle of the session, the guy says to me, the 19-year-old champion of Thailand is here, and he wants to meet you and train with you. And I was like, I don't want to lose my face.
Right.
And he said, no, he'll be really gentle with you. That's the guy right there. I had swung a couple of kicks at him, and I think I got a little too cocky. Nice, look at that. Look how fast my leg's going.
Yeah, that is.
It is literally a blur.
That is impressive. It's
So
a
what happened
blur
was-
of white flesh.
And if you zoom in on my face, my tongue's sticking out, which is actually really not that good. See if you can get close to my face.
Yeah, they say
Look,
you
my
lose
tongue's
it if
sticking
you
out.
Yeah.
You can't really see it.
No. Yeah. We'll
But the
take your word
guy,
for it.
I swung a kick at the Thai champion. He grabbed my leg and then just walked me to the corner of the ring. And I knew at any given point he could have snapped my ankle. But instead, he just dropped me on my face and kind of waggled his penis in front of me.
Waggle.
It's better than getting killed.
That's what they
you
do
know?
it over there.
Just
They
kind of did
waggle.
that, you know, Muhammad Ali thing.
Now, in the X-Men movie, in Wolverine, are you fighting in that movie? Are you
I'm more
ripped
of a no. I'm more of a cerebral X-Man. Kind of, I control electricity with my mind, so I'm more of a thinker. And you really can't compete with Hugh Jackman and even Ryan Reynolds. I mean, those guys are weapons, you know.
Well, you can't maybe, but
Well,
you
you could.
Yeah, well, obviously.
You know, Hugh Jackman was like getting up at 4 in the morning, training until 5:30. He would eat every 2 hours. Every 2 hours, he'd eat like 7 or 8 poached chicken breasts, broccoli and cauliflower, so you can imagine the smells on set. And protein shakes, and, you know, the guy is just an absolute beast. Him and Ryan Reynolds are massive in the movie. I saw it last night. It's brilliant.
And you're happy with the way it came out?
I'm really happy with the way it came out.
What's the
I would
name of
rather
your
it was,
character?
he's called Bradley. I would rather the film was called Bradley, X-Men Wolverine.
Yeah.
We'll get there.
Eventually,
We'll get there.
Bradley is not really the
not
kind of
that.
superhero name that you'd hope for when you...
Bradley. not quite as dynamic.
All right, well, congratulations. I'm excited to see it. Dominic Monaghan, everybody. X-Files. It opens on Friday. We'll be right back.